This week on Inside Boulder News, the community collaborates on ideas for the Boulder Civic Area, kids are offered incentives for taking alternative transportation to school, and the city manager presents recommended budget to City Council.
Welcome to Inside Boulder, featuring topics and stories that impact the community of Boulder, with Patrick Von Kaiserling and Jennifer Bray. And on the news desk, Natalie Wood and Mike Benuelos bring you the stories making headlines in the community this week. Inside Boulder News starts now.
Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Natalie Wood. Residents shared their ideas and visions this week on the next steps for planning the future of the Boulder Civic Area. The community met at Boulder High School on Wednesday to collaborate and come up with a shared vision for the heart of Central Boulder. For the last few weeks, residents have been sharing their ideas on the city's digital town hall platform, Inside Boulder. But community members came to this event in person to roll up their sleeves and start collaborating. It's a process driven by the community. Residents came together to share their ideas on evolving downtown's most expansive public space.
This is the Civic Area, which is the heart of the downtown campus, where we have City Hall and the Tea House and the Farmers Market sets up, and BMOCA, and the library is a place that is really important to our community, and we're thinking about how do we address some of the near-term challenges and also come up with our long-term vision of what this place could and should be as a crossroads for our community, a place that people come together to make decisions. So it's really important that this process itself exemplify those values of being really inclusive, drawing out ideas, providing a forum that people can not only say what they think, but listen to what others think and have a dialogue.
There was lots to talk about at Boulder High School on Wednesday as community members engaged in group discussions and heard from a designer who helps create great civic areas for cities around the world. Shane Cohen says community collaboration is a key part of the process.
Boulder has always been a community-based city, and it has a large voice and it has a very diverse group of interests. And so when you're talking about making any sort of improvements to an area that's been the same for a long time, there's going to be a lot of voices. And so I think you really want to listen to those voices and hopefully bring people together by listening and exploring the possibilities. The most important thing is a mix of uses, and that includes both things that are built and then parks, that are designed, and plazas that are designed. So you can't have one without the other. You can design a really great park, but what's going to happen is then great things are going to want to be built around that to activate it.
Boulder leaders will continue to work with the community on finding the right mix of uses for the civic area over the next several months.
I think Boulder is in amazingly good hands. You have visionaries that believe in the community process. What more could Boulder ask for, really?
Boulder has a tremendous history of community participation shaping the community. It's what helped create the Pearl Street Mall and other things that we just absolutely love about Boulder. So really happy we have a room full of visionaries with us tonight, and hope other people will get involved as this process goes forward.
Council will discuss the findings of the Civic Area Workshop on September 24th and will consider guiding principles for the community's vision later this fall. You can continue the community collaboration process for the Civic Area at inspireboulder.com. A Boulder Valley program is offering kids a few extra bucks for taking alternative transportation to school. Many BVSD schools are participating in Trip Tracker, a program that rewards students for walking, biking, busing, or carpooling to school. Students and their families are given a logbook to record their alternative transportation trips each month. Students then earn rewards to kid-friendly businesses like Gateway Park and Glacier Ice Cream based on the number of trips and miles. I met up with Peter Hurst at Manhattan Middle School to talk about the district's alternative transportation program.
We encourage kids and then we reward them for using other kinds of transportation than solely relying on their parents to bring them to school. What really gets me going is seeing the long line of cars sitting out in front of schools at pickup time, idling their engines, each waiting to pick up one child. The implications, there are just so many implications. It's unsafe, it's unhealthy, dangerous, it takes away opportunities for kids to be active. So we're really looking at ways to encourage kids to walk, bike, bus, or carpool. And Trip Tracker was designed to incentivize those activities. Data shows that driving your child to school, single occupancy vehicle, is the most dangerous way for them to go to school. Every other way is safer. People just think it's wonderful to actually reward and support kids making an effort to get to school in other ways.
Check out bvsd.org/toschool for more information on Trip Tracker and participating schools. City Council on Tuesday had the first opportunity to weigh in on the city manager's proposed 2013 budget. The $256 million budget reflects limited and modest growth as a result of revised sales tax revenue projections for next year. But City Manager Jane Brodegum told Council that while it's important to be conservative, the proposed budget maintains funding for core services and community programs. The recommended budget targets limited new funding to much-needed capital improvements and repairs, training for fire and police personnel, and supports council priorities such as Boulder's energy future, addressing homelessness, and library services. Council will vote on the recommendations later this fall. The number of mosquitoes in Boulder is declining as summer nears an end, but a recent report shows that residents still need to take precautions. The Colorado Department of Public Health confirms that the majority of remaining mosquitoes in Boulder County are the species that can carry and transmit West Nile virus. Although no cases have been confirmed in Boulder County, human cases of West Nile are at the highest point of the season in Colorado and across the U.S. City officials say it's important for residents to continue taking preventative measures to avoid mosquito bites and to reduce mosquito breeding sites by draining all standing water. You can learn more at fightthebitecolorado.com. Thanks for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for City of Boulder Channel 8. More Inside Boulder is next.